Hello everybody, my name is Manny and I really enjoy baking and cooking. Today I'm going to make a simple Victoria sponge. The sponge recipe is really versatile. If you take out the vanilla and add some lemon juice and zest, then bam, you have a lemon cake. So it's really customizable, you can do whatever you want with it. So, to make the sponge you want to add 200 grams of softened butter into a large bowl. It's best to use a kitchen scale as it is a lot more accurate than cups. To the butter, add 200 grams of white sugar. It can be granulated or caster, it doesn't really matter. Then you want to cream them together. You can use an electric whisk, but I did it by hand. You know it's done when it's all nice and creamy and no solid chunks of butter or sugar remain. Then, to the butter and sugar mix, you want to add 3 eggs, one by one, mixing in between. It will look a bit weird, but trust me, it will work. Hopefully. To the eggy buttery mixture, you need to add half of your flour, so 100 grams. Then fold it together. Use a spatula now and fold it gently, as if we overmix it, it will become tough and unpleasant to chew. Then add the second half of the flour, so the other 100 grams, and 1 level teaspoon of baking powder. Then mix until a smooth batter is formed. If your batter looks a bit thick, you can add 2 tablespoons of milk a bit later to thin it out. Then, in 2 greased and lined 20cm cake tins, pour in the batter and smooth the top as best you can. It is alright if it's a little lumpy. Then, place in a preheated oven to 180 degrees fan for around 20 minutes, or until the cakes are golden brown and a toothpick, when inserted, comes out clean. I have to admit, I may have left my cakes in a tad too long, so they were a bit brown, but in the end they tasted absolutely fine. Let them cool in the tin for around 10 minutes, then turn them out completely to cool. While the cakes are cooling, we can make the filling. I'm doing a classic whipped cream and jam, but you can do butter icing instead of whipped cream if you want. I'll leave a link for that in the description below. In a bowl, pour 200 ml of whipped cream or double cream and start whipping. I'm doing this by hand as it is easier to control the cream and make sure you do not over whip it. You can of course do this with a machine if you want. Once it starts to get thick, add a teaspoon of vanilla extract. Then mix well to combine. Then add 50 grams of icing sugar and mix until thick, glossy, but still spreadable. Now to assemble the cake. Take one sponge and put it on a cake stand or a plate. Then spread your whipped cream on top of it until covered. Then add your favourite jam. It could be anything. I'm using raspberry jam. Once the jam is on, spread it. It's okay if the cream and jam gets a bit mixed up. It still tastes great. Then just add the top sponge on top to finish it off, and then just sprinkle some icing sugar on top. As you can see, for me, it did not work well as the sieve was wet. There you have it, a super simple Victoria sandwich, great for sharing and sure to please your friends and family. I hope you enjoyed this video and I hope to see you next time. Have fun and stay safe. Bye!